banging with the 42. The 42 goes down low. The 79 gets caught up in it just at the very end. The 67, though, and Nathan Stanley makes it on through free and clear. He, Paul Bertiani, and Larry Dickerson having a drag race down in the for one last attack, getting underneath him, not quite able to make it stick, having to lift once again. Into exit of turn number 4, down onto the front straightaway here. Who's going to win it with the drag race? It's going to be Timothy Pope. First 3 and 4, 751 with a hefty lead here, about a half a car length as the one gets up into the wall with a run down. 200 feet. It's going to be a close one across the line. Welsh made it 3 wide on the far outside lane, picking up spots left and right here as everybody fighting for every single spot we go. Coming across the line, white flag. So here we go, final lap. Hello and welcome everybody to Friday Night Racing Action, and I'll get into this a little bit later on here, Turner, but we're live with the Numb Thumbs Racing League Late Model Series here, taking on the Magic Mile of New Hampshire out here in the deep woods. So watch out for those moose, grab your beers and head on up into those stands as we get ready for some great racing action for about 80 laps here tonight. Let's get tonight's parties all started on off with the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And welcome back. As always, we have to say a huge thank you to the great supporters here of the NTRL, such as Martin Sports. Go ahead, get some custom jerseys all made with some logos, and even better, just some whole fantastic racing gear over there at Martin Sports. So big thank you to them for sponsoring the NTRL. Big thank you as well to Davidson Builders, jumping on board here for another season. Glad to have you guys on out here. Big thank you to DEP Graphics as well. Some premier paints done by Daniel Pochslag over there in DEP Graphics. Be sure to head on over and pick up yourself a fantastic paint scheme here today. Big thank you as well to Sim Gear Central as well. Some great button boxes. They're even giving them out as awards, not for this series, but for another series. But either way, they're still pretty dang good. You should go ahead and check them on out and get yourself all Sim Gear Centraled up. And of course, big thank you to Trek Bar Media as well bringing on the fantastic photos and videos of iRacing and real life racing. Track Bar Media, go and check them on out. As always, I am Alan Brown, and I'm probably just gonna be the salty one here today. Not my favorite track. It's my home track. Woo, go New Hampshire. Great track. But I'm joined by two of my best friends, one of which up here in the booth with me, the brewmaster in general, Mr. Alan English, joining us here tonight. And Alan, we're coming to the mile-long racetrack here at New Hampshire in cars we haven't really seen race at a mile track, but I got a feeling these cars probably fit here better than most of the Cup cars.
Yeah, the late model car is an awesome car, just plain and simple. They sound great, they run great. They're they're not super duper grippy, but that's part of the fun, right? That's what distinguishes who's a decent driver out here, not guys that can find the grip and manage their throttle and get the power down coming out of the turns. I think that's where these guys are going to struggle the most here tonight is the exit of 2 and 4. Getting the power back down without breaking the back end loose and losing it and coming down towards the inside and maybe even hitting that inside wall. The great thing is there's a lot of runoff room on the back stretch. If you do lose it and you lock up the brakes, chances are you're going to slow down in time enough before you hit the inside wall that's on the other side of that grassy patch. But yeah, man, I've been looking forward to this one. New Hampshire, not the greatest track in the world, but this is a great car, and I think the combination of these two, along with these great drivers here in this NTRL league, make for an entertaining race tonight, I hope.
At that indeed. Well, down there on pit road, ready for all of the action, Mr. Adam Turner, our official preponderance of anger management. Glad to have you aboard here tonight, Adam. And I know we had a rough one last week on Friday, both stream-wise and racing-wise. It was a little bit of a rough one, but they get to spread things on out here a little bit.
Yeah, it was a little smaller track. I mean, this is 1.06 miles. I don't know who in their right mind decided that we needed to add that 0.06 or...
Well, we're near Canada, so blame the Canadians.
Yeah, it's the metric system. I get it. But I don't know why y'all are banging on this place. Don't y'all call it New Hampshire? Isn't it like so fancy we say New Hampshire?
No, it's more like sure, like URE rather than IRE.
Are you sure?
Oh,
sure.
Are you sure you want to live here in New Hampshire?
Sure.
I know you do because there's good hunting up there.
Yes,
I know we've talked about some great moose. Are there moose running around this track? Because that'd be cool if one came out on the track. Meese? No, it's not meese.
Moosin'.
Anyway, I don't know why y'all are mad about it. I think these cars will be fun. Turn 4, I think, and 2, like you said, are going to be problems. The front stretch is tightened up, so that's going to be a huge problem if they get collected up front. But hey, man, it's 80 laps of fun here. Let's make it happen. 2 fast repairs, 85% fuel, 3 sets of tires, 18 incident points. You'll get a penalty, and once you get to 25 incident points, you will be disqualified from the race. So you don't want any part of that. And it's 117 on the track, so that's probably not too good for the grip out there.
No, not at all. But otherwise, a bright, sunshiny day, which currently, looking out my window, it is not. It is dark, it is dreary, and we got some thunderstorms rolling on through. Thankfully, we're racing here on a simulator, not a game. Bringing us down to tonight's key to the race. Man, oh man, you gotta watch out for that high line. This track really doesn't like it when you jump all the way up there and start running against the wall. You will lose positions, and you will lose them quick.
Is it because there's just not grip up there? Is it just Marble City up there? It looks like there's some rubber laying up there, but I think that might just all be marbles. To your point about the front stretch being very narrow as compared to the back stretch, you don't have that runoff area, Adam, like you were mentioning. It's probably because the pit lane here is 80 freaking feet wide. I don't understand that. You mentioned that before we came on air tonight. Why is pit lane like that? That's just taking off runoff area that could be used for guys losing it off a 4. I don't understand why it's shaped that way. But
Yeah, I don't
Mystery.
know. It was the first time I'd actually noticed that. We don't watch a lot of races here at New Hampshire, but you got a huge pit lane, like it's wide and open, and the racing surface is about the same size. It's a little strange. I don't understand why they did it that way. I'm not sure. We got to deal with it. Hopefully, they put a good show on tonight, and I think they will here at Num Thumbs Racing League Late Model Series. Hey, what's this? I got this fancy new live timing. I don't know if you're seeing what I'm seeing in English, but it's
yeah,
really updated. I don't know what you did, Brown. Did you talk to the supercomputer there in Boston and set up our system a little better?
No, that was a pleasant surprise update that I don't get to see, but you guys do. Yeah, that's about it. They did a good job from the comments that you guys have been making. Speaking of the comments, there's a few people reaching out over there on the YouTubes there, English.
Yeah, we got a couple of people joining us here so far. Holmesy says, give them hell, boys. Tate Cawthorne's pulling for the number 7 out there. War Dog 21D say, let's go racing. Tate Cawthorne also said, taking the week off to cool my jets, but still here to support the league. Thank you so much, Tate, for that. Albert Anderson says his qualifying lap is the first lap he turned at this track, and it shows. Well, good luck out there, Albert. Hopefully, by the time we get to halfway here, you'll have enough practice in if you don't wreck yourself out. I mean, you got a couple fast repairs. Try to keep them in your hip pocket. Good luck to you.
Don't curse the drivers this early in the race.
It's not a curse. It's words of encouragement.
Okay.
Words of encouragement indeed. Speaking of encouragement, let's go ahead and encourage these drivers to get into their cars because it's time to grid and start things on off with our official grid run. Sneeze. Nope, no sneeze. Grid rundown. The 19 of Mr. Chris Klein going to get things all started off up at the front with the 08 of Dylan Bryant right there next to him in second. The 8 of Brandon Coleman getting a pretty good starting spot here tonight, starting in third. 14 of Mr. Rob Tracy getting things kicked off there in fourth. 21 Tom Wilson getting a nice starting spot up inside that top 5. Just outside of him is the 69 of Larry Dickerson starting there in sixth. 73 of Mr. Josh Kelleher is going to get a pretty good starting spot here as well. They're in 7th with Scott Milner in the 31 machine starting in 8th. 9th will be the leader head honcho in the Mr. Bogus Man himself, Derek Welsh, in that one machine getting things started in 9th. And Justin Morrow in, I believe that's the 46 machine, getting things rounded off in that top 10.
Yeah, row number 6 is going to be Paul Durkee in the 13 and the 38 of Dustin Logston. Row number 7 is going to be Tim Stubblefield and Mike Adamson side by side. Patrick Mahaney and Matt Layton make up row number 8. Row number 9 is going to be Ben Tracy and Justin Lawson. Tommy Welch and Brian Doty make up row number 10. Let's see, 11th will be 11th row will be Tristan Cotton, Albert Anderson, and rounding out your field tonight, Dale Adamson and Dave Holmberg.
There we have it, all up there and ready to rumble as the pace car leads these drivers down through turns 3 and 4, and we head on up to the starter stand. Who's ready with that green flag? Into that restart zone we go, and green flag racing it is here at New Hampshire. Side by side they make a mad dash and shuffle down into turns 1 and 2. The outside lane there with the 08 getting a good jump, but the 19 sticking with them on that inside, and we're already get the one around.
Josh Kelleher spun around there and took a couple of hits.
Cold tires.
I think so, yeah.
Cold tires, flat track, hot service, or surface. I think all that contributed there. And, a little aggressiveness at the start of the race. So let's just re-rack it and try again.
That indeed. And, of course, you, Mr. English, you were kind of alluding to it just a little bit there as we're kind of do our runs down. It is a flat track, and putting the power down in these cars, man, it just seems like these things have, more torque than a freight train for a body that's as light as a mouse. It's very difficult to keep the rear end all balanced out.
Yeah, it's a delicate balance trying to just feather that throttle coming out of the turns. Once you get some heat in these tires, it'll be a little bit easier, but at least for a little while until the tires wear out, then you're going to be back to being real careful once again. Tyler St. Pierre's out there in YouTube land saying, let's go Thomas Welch. Wish I was out there with you. Thanks for all the thumbs up we've gotten on this video already. We sure appreciate that. If you like what you see, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Go ahead there, Adam.
No, we need all that. I mean,
we do,
the world is against us, you know, so we need all the buttons mashed so we can become, you know, halfway relevant here in the iRacing community, you know, and your drivers can get more relevant the more buttons you hit, the more people that see our product. And Brown does a great job with our broadcast. Me and the clown, we're just here for the ride.
Yeah.
But yes, please hit all the buttons. And it goes against everything I hate, which is that Gates guy. I really don't like that guy. So, and he's out for us.
Yeah. Anyway, coming up around lap 40 here tonight, we'll be making an announcement for the Numb Thumbs Gaming Community official pet. I believe it's Pet of the Year. Had some great entries in here, so I got the results from that, and let me just make sure. Yeah, it's Pet of the Year, and
Pet of the Year. What are you talking about?
They had a whole contest. You didn't enter Bob?
No, Bob doesn't need to be in the contest. He wins every time. I don't want to steal the show, you know.
That other defective dog that you had.
Oh, Max, he's dumb.
Max, yeah.
Yeah. Poor Max. He's not the brightest.
You know,
Bob would have won, though.
You know what they say, though? Dogs take after their owners.
Oh.
Well, that one's not mine. See, that's another person in his house.
You are the father.
No, I'm not. Oh, I can't take it anymore. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, the way the pace car breaks on down into pit lane here once again, and we try to rack things and stack them back up as we have a great battle here between the 8 and the 19 still brewing. The 8 with a great restart gets out in front of that 19, and he's going to be able to run whatever line he wants to coming off of turns 1 and 2. We are still side by side behind him, though. We got the 8 of Brand Coleman with the 21 of Tom Wilson right there. The goats you can see on the back bumper there of Coleman's car, all racing for that Team O Goats. He's now trying to get up even Steven with the 14 of Tracy, not quite able to do so. Still got some great battles here, like Paul Durkee in the 13 machine trying to stay out in front of Dustin Loxton and Scott Milner here, having a great battle here in the kind of mid front pack.
They had Derek Welch scrape the wall in that last lap, but no harm done. He's able to maintain his position for now. So starting to single file out here behind him.
And that they are as the 13 looking down low on the 1, not quite able to get the power down there to keep that move going. He's going to have to defend against that 38 machine. It's making a run up there along that outside wall. Oh, and he's being pushed up, forced into the granite slab, and oh man, that just slows you way down.
So there's not much grip up there, as we talked about, and some guys are pushing the envelope a little bit, trying to ride on that higher line, but it's going to be difficult to get any grip up there. We start to see some rear ends hanging out as they try to cross over into that darker part of the track.
Yeah, I'm watching Ben Tracy back here in 16th. There's a lot of action back here with him. He's passed a few. There's a few past him. So, and I wonder how these tires are going to just kind of fade off into the sunset and how soon it will happen.
And guys like Tim Stubblefield, too, here in the Stubbs Racing number 92, also riding with his right side tires on that dark part of the track a couple of times, and you can start to see the back end step out, but so far able to control it. Shred that right rear. That's what's going to end up happening.
And speaking of Stubblefield, let's go ahead and jump in car with the gyro cam, which is, for the most part, really not moving here too much. A very flat racing surface, but you can hear that engine whine and whine and whine as it just boils over with revs. Oh, and right in front of him, we got someone going around.
76, Patrick Mahaney loses it. Doesn't hit anything, though. Keeps it on the pavement. Still green here.
Yeah, he's out of it for a little bit, but not totally out of it just yet. We still have a ways to go here. 80 total laps. We're on lap 10 or 11 here. So there's plenty of time to be made up if you're in the back at this point in the race.
About 30-second lap times here, just over that, as the 8 and the 21 go side by side, battling for some top 4 positions here. And looks like the 8 getting the best of that battle for the time being. Rob Tracy in that 14 machine, looking strong behind that 19 of Chris Klein. But Dylan Bryant off to a fantastic start, jumping way out in front, leading this thing by a little bit more than a second right now. Larry Dickerson, he's back behind the 21 of Tom Wilson right now by about a second as well, but he's got a hungry Paul Durkee, Derek Welsh, and Dustin Logston sitting right there.
Yeah, just to put that into perspective, a 30-second lap on a 1-mile track, you got to figure, when you're going down your local 4-lane at 60 miles an hour, you're doing a mile a minute. These guys are doing twice that average speed, about 120 miles an hour. But they're hitting, let's see, top speeds right now I'm seeing on the new readout, about 147 miles an hour at the end of the straightaways. So they're moving.
Yeah, that new readout you provided us with, Brown, there's a lot of information. I can't even tell what's going on over here. I feel like I'm a part of the space crew now, kind of like you could run SpaceX from up there in New Hampshire. Now I feel like I'm part of the team.
Yes.
We love the telemetry.
You can't see what we're seeing.
I have no idea.
Different.
It's
different than what it was.
I kind of saw pictures of what it looks like, and I mean, it looks good.
It looks neat, yeah.
It's a lot of data. My brain isn't real good with data.
It is a lot of data here as the 7 of Cotton tries to make a move on the 78 of Dale Adamson here, looking down low and trying to sneak on through. And how about that for Albert Anderson? Going from basically dead last now up to 16th, up 6 spots in that 3-2-9 machine. Definitely getting the practice in now, but it's practice by being thrown straight into the fire here as he makes these laps. Still going side by side is the 7 and the 78. Oh, the 7 getting a little bobbly there going down the front straightaway.
Yeah, I dropped a link in the YouTube chat. If you guys want to watch the telemetry, you can click on that link and drag it to your second screen or something. You can follow along with us.
They can do that?
Yeah, you can.
That's crazy.
You don't need a password or anything. You just click into it.
Did you really? Because I can't.
Yeah.
In the chat or in the description?
In the YouTube chat.
Huh.
I don't see it in the chat, but
okay.
My computer's slow anyway.
Okay, well, hopefully it'll pop up for the people.
Are you lying to the viewers?
He definitely
hopefully
could
it didn't
be.
block. It's not blocked or something.
Well, either way, it's pretty amazing. The strides iRacing has taken to perfect this. Ooh,
big wreck. 9 and the 17 involved Thomas Welch.
And that's going
to Brian Doty.
Bring out the old caution flag here once again. Let's go ahead and take a quick look-see and see what happened here. Ooh, looks like the 9 machine might have got turned a little bit. Head on up to our race chopper camera and kind of see what's going on. Oh yeah, just a little back end bump there from the 78, and unfortunately the 9 goes right up into where the 17 was headed. So really, not much he could have done there.
Yeah, saw some tire smoke there. It looks like the car that was right there in between. He's tried to avoid it, but by locking his brakes up, the secondary contact that is, but couldn't quite get it shut down.
Well, I didn't hear any anger.
Mercy.
so far this race, I think last week we had a little bit of anger and like it was just a shorter track. It was a tough track to run.
Yeah.
Here, they seem to be doing a fairly good job of getting control of these crazy beasts they're driving out there tonight.
Link still not in the.
Not on my screen.
Huh.
Probably got banned by Zuckerberg or something for being some kind of, political post or something stupid. Has to get vetted by some guy sitting in India, checking out all the American stuff. Just give it a minute; it might show up.
I could put it. You know what? I could put it on our Facebook page. That'll get folks to go over and check out the Facebook page, AAA Broadcasting.
We have a Facebook page.
We do.
Is Zuckerberg
I
in
update
charge
it every
of that
time
thing?
we have a race. No, I'm in charge of it.
Okay, good.
Oh no, I don't have links blocked as well.
I don't know.
It's a real conundrum here, but I'm telling you, I don't know if people want to look at all this data, but it is a lot of data. And I've been on a pit box on the top of a hauler at a NASCAR, practice session or whatever, and I've got to see the computers, and it looks, some of the screens look very similar. There's so much data out there in the real NASCAR world. I guess they're bringing it to us in the simulation world, so that's kind of cool.
I'll drop a link in the Facebook post that announced this race.
Already?
There, folks want to see what we see in the telemetry. Facebook to do what I want.
I know, right? It would be nice as we get ready to head on back to the green flag here with the 8 and the 19 getting things all fired on up here once again. 19 up on the outside, 8 up on the inside. Pace car is down and out of the way. Green flag is out, and here we go once again. Another great restart here by that 8 of Dylan Bryant. He's definitely got a handle on these things here tonight. Makes his way down and through turns 1 and 2 with the 19 close behind him, slipping and sliding. Go the 14 and the 8 having a good battle. And right behind them, we had almost some contact there between the 13 and the 38. Almost rubbing doors here. And right in front of him, you can see the 8 of Brandon Coleman and the 14 of Rob Tracy trading a little bit of paint as well.
Side by side, almost all the way through the field here. A little bit of 3 wide action back there as well.
Yeah.
A little contact, 13 and 14 rubbing some paint.
Super cool to watch these. I don't know about y'all, but I think the body style on these cars
Man.
might be my favorite. They just look cool. They look like race cars,
This is what you're used to seeing at your track
Yeah.
on Saturday nights, This
They're
kind of
really
this
cool.
kind of racing, these kind of cars,
Yep, they look
Not the
awesome.
stuff with the big goofy wing on it and all that stuff
Yeah, I don't
on
need
the
that.
deck lid.
Oh,
Contact. The 20 and the 7.
Oh,
Oh,
and
more contact behind him. Secondary wreck.
Uh-oh.
Kelleher involved in another one there.
ooh, man, that one just that was a gift that kept on giving there. So we go ahead and take a look back at the yellow flag. Saw it was the 9 getting into man, it looks like that's the 73 of Josh Kelleher, spinning him around, and then it just kept going into the corner there. Oh, 9 machine up into the wall. Oh my goodness.
Some heavy damage on a few of these cars. Hopefully they can get that fixed. And that's what the fast repairs are for. You only have 2 though, so.
Yeah, but 2 is probably sufficient here with the 80 mile or 80 lap count what we have tonight. I'm still trying to figure out this fancy machine over here. I'm trying to figure out who pitted when, and they've changed everything up for the old timers. But,
Oh,
there, yeah. I got it. I found it on the end.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it. Brown really, he threw us a curveball, didn't tell us. He wanted us to, give feedback, I think is probably what he wanted.
think you knew about the change.
He might not have.
No, not really.
There's a
Russell.
lot of guys coming down right now.
Yeah, that there is a few drivers taking their way down onto pit road here. Also, did you guys know that there's a little cogwheel that's a little hidden up there in the upper right-hand corner, so you can adjust what data that you actually see?
Oh, wow.
Press this button to change settings. Brown, what a genius! Oh God, we're pretty old and
Yeah, because we don't really need to see Joker lap information and I-rating and all that. Oh, that's cool.
All right, we'll do that. I guess I'd rather just talk to you about it, Brown, and just hash it out.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Either way, so far I'm enjoying the race. I don't know about what y'all think.
Yeah, we talked a lot of crud about this track, but I mean, the racing here so far has been pretty fun.
Sorry, I was mid sip of Dr. Pepper there. Yeah, it's been pretty good here, and you know, I think it's got a lot to do with these cars. You know, these cars are meant for mile tracks. They're meant for that 3/4, the half-mile stuff. The Harbor Freight cars that Adam absolutely loves is, you know, they're really not meant for this track.
I agree. Those Harbor Freight things they put on Sunday afternoon. Get any kind of piece of that wall, and it's just an ugly thing. So I definitely like what they're putting on here tonight at New Hampshire.
And
Hampshire.
Holmesy, he's in the same boat as me. He's saying this is his home track. It's an hour from his house. Guess what? It's an hour and 1 minute from my house. Maybe we're next door neighbors. You never know.
Could be.
Hey,
That's-
pace car's down. Here we go.
Pace car is down as we go back to green flag racing here once again as the 08 and the 8, that's not confusing, go side by side here up at the front. The 08 of Dylan Bryant getting the run off the corner. Ooh, slipping and sliding behind him though. Everyone able to keep it off the wall, but they are definitely starting to really try to push these things. I think they're getting a little bit more comfortable and a little bit more confident on trying to put the power down in these things, especially coming out of these corners.
Now Russ Endicott out there saying, come on, Tenderfoot, bring home the sheet metal box to the front and then to the podium. Pulling for his buddy Albert Anderson out there, saying he's creeping to the front right now.
And that he is, as we still got some great racing action going on out there. Speaking of Albert Anderson, he's side by side with what looks to be the 21 of Tom Wilson out there, making the run up on that high side, really making that kind of middle to high line work, getting then pinched back on up by the 21 machine before heading on down into turns 1 and 2. Right behind him, having a good battle, Dave Holmberg in the 63 and the 38, Dustin Loxton going side by side, and of course Chris Klein and Ben Tracy right there as well. So gotten quite of a couple of rows going 2x2.
Great to see these guys out there beating and banging. Dylan Bryant with the fastest lap here tonight so far, 31.45.
That's really smoking compared to
Ooh,
everybody else.
and Brian Doty down into the inside grass there in the middle of the corner. Thankfully, prevents it from going away from him. Oh, but
Number
7.
Tristan Cotton.
7 in the 78 getting all tied up, and I think the 78's got some severe suspension damage on that machine by the looks of it.
We're staying green simply because that was off the track. Oh, the 7. His looks like he's got some front end damage as well.
Oh, let's keep racing.
And that is exactly what we're just gonna keep on doing here as the 329 and the 38 go side by side. You can see the 21 Tom Wilson breaking on free from that battle. You got Chris Klein now trying to hold off the 63 of Holmberg, who's been creeping up. The 46 Just Morrow having a go. Oh no!
Big wreck.
38. Oh, he saved it.
That was a hell of a save.
He
Justin
did
Logston.
180 or whatever you want to call it. And saved it. 360.
Albert
So-
Anderson involved in that as
Yes.
well.
Unfortunately
Yeah,
for
I think
Albert, he
also-
did not. He did not save it here. But I believe you guys had the 38 at lock, so let's go ahead and see what the 38 did. Pirouetting down the front straightaway here as the contact was made, and zippity doo dah zippity a
Wow.
straightens it right back on out.
That's awesome. He does have some front end damage. That may cause some engine cooling issues. It's down there right where your air inlet is to come in for your radiator and your oil cooler down there.
Yeah, and iRacing
Watch
does a
those
good
gauges.
job of simulating real damage on the type of vehicle that we're driving at the time. So
I mean, do you chance it and not get that fixed, or do you go
No,
ahead and come down and
no,
use a fast
no.
repair?
it's still we're before the halfway point. You got to fix it. There's 2 fast repairs in 80 laps. If you need both of them and you're done for, then you just had a bad night. I would fix everything right here.
And it's the 08 of Dylan Bryant starts to make his way on down the pit lane here. Looks like a few other takers will go up on that as well. I wonder if this is going to be another one of those races where these guys can just go a long way. I wonder if they maybe put some hybrid engines in these things, get that extra mileage out of them.
Lean them
know.
out a little bit somehow.
85% fuel, so I mean they're almost running max fuel. So right, the fuel.
Ooh,
Probably
so we had a 4-wide
won't be an
race
issue.
coming off of pit road there. That was pretty cool.
Oh, that is neat.
But Turner, I know you always are blabbering on about how much you're gonna hate when electric cars take over and all that. But I think NASCAR, maybe not these like late model cars, but NASCAR, you know, they should go to maybe a hybrid model where they get some drive up on the front wheels as electric and the rear wheels as you know, gas powered or whatever.
Oh, Elizabeth, please. Ooh,
Come, it's the big one.
okay. I'm having a big one, Elizabeth. What are you even talking about? Oh no, Brown. No, no, no.
Imagine
no.
how
races.
fast those things are.
Oh, I don't care. That is a fireball underneath you. It's a death trap mined by 12-year-old children in Bolivia or wherever the hell they get the batteries from. No, we don't need electric anything. As far as
dig
vehicles.
the batteries up.
Yeah, with their hands. What is happening? Brown. I mean, I just don't know what to say on this
Sunoco would
one.
no longer be this fuel sponsor; it'd be Energizer or something.
No, well, you got to charge the batteries somehow too, and how would you charge them? With
Well,
a gas
diesel
generator from Sunoco.
So check this out. In my town here, or it's off the highway. Let's say it's off I-35, right? Big interstate. A lot of stuff goes on I-35. Well, all these Teslas coming in and out of town. Well, they got one charging station, and it's run off a diesel generator. Isn't that strange? Isn't that crazy? They're plugging their electric cars into a diesel generator.
We're saving the planet, though, man.
Oh, gee. We'll get onto something here, but I don't know. Are
Blood
you a
pressure.
Formula Brown? Are you a Formula E guy? You ever watch?
I
that?
am. Those
watched
are actually
it.
really cool.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. That's kind of a neat little
Yeah, I
novelty
like
thing, but I want to
Do you
smell
think it's a fad?
fuel.
Yeah.
I want to smell fuel.
You
I
would
wanna-
still smell fuel. I'm saying it'd be a hybrid. Formula One's got it. A lot of the
Formula One.
newer LMP, GT,
Euro
whatever stuff.
Euro trash. Keep that Euro trash over there. Let's race American style right here, Brown.
Yeah, well, that is exactly what we're about to do as that pace car dives back on down into pit lane. The 21 and the 72 getting things all started on off up here at the front. Wilson and Layton going side by side, battling for the lead down into turns 1 and 2. It's still going to be neck and neck. Oh, making use of that apron right behind him, though. I believe that's the 33 of, no, that is not. That is the 46 of Justin Morrow. going on down to the apron to maybe get that car to rotate a little extra for him on these older set of tires that he's on.
Couple cars smacking each other back here. Had one in the grass, but everybody able to stay safe there.
That's good. Let's get this thing rolling.
Larry Dickerson going 3 wide here. Pick up a couple spots in that 69 machine. LA Construction.
And you can see that the one of Derek Welsh isn't too far behind from doing that as well. He's getting tired of the people battling side by side in front of him. He's like, mate, just move out of the way. I want to come through. 9 and the 19, as well as the 92 all around that number 1 machine. As, Brian Doty goes for another little bit of a spin down there. He is down and off the racing surface.
Man, some of these cars are painted super cool. Have y'all seen some of the cool paint jobs out there? Scott Milner's got a cool Num Thumbs paint. I like that. Awesome.
And you can best be sure you can head on over to DEP Graphics and pick you up one of these fancy paint schemes and get it all personalized just for you. So big thank you to DEP Graphics, great sponsor of the NTRL.
Yeah, Thomas Welch has one on my screen. I hope it's the same. Menards. I've never been to Menards, but it sounds like the place to be. It's like a lumber yard, a grocery store. Is it a beer joint?
Goods.
Is there a beer joint in there? I mean,
probably.
And a deli. I mean, I like to hang out in a Menards.
Well, that's what you need Adam Strong for. They're all over there where he's at.
I know. He's never told me about those. I'm going to have to head north, eh?
I think you will, but maybe save that trip for the wintertime so you can join him in his ice castle up there. As the
Reckon 89.
Oh, and that one's got a few cars around with it.
63 also involved. Mike Adamson trying to get it turned back around there, the Tire Pros Chevrolet, and he smacks the inside wall.
Oh, getting turned around a little bit.
Get turned and get learned.
Yeah, it looks like that was the I think that was the 63 Dave Holmberg getting involved in that one. Let's go ahead and jump on up into our chopper camera and take a look. See, just a little love tap, and then just contact kept continuing between the 63 and the 89. Unfortunately, the 78 of Dale Adamson getting taken out as well. So, man, the Holmberg getting the 2-for-1 special on the Adamsons here.
Adam Strom showed up. He says, "You ask, I'll show up here."
Oh, he did? So
Yeah, he's in the YouTube chat.
Is there a beer joint? Let's ask him. Is there a beer joint inside the Menards? Because if so, I'm moving up there. I don't care. If I can have my lumberyard with a beer joint inside of it with a grocery store. I mean,
Probably get a sleeping bag in there and just live there.
Yeah, pretty much. But speaking about living places, the Num Thumbs gaming community had a fun contest for Pet of the Year in their Num Thumbs gaming community. And, of course, always love our pets. They are definitely part of the family. But, unfortunately, there can only be one Pet of the Year. And I have the winner right here. So, Mr. English, drum roll, please.
I don't know how to do that.
Well,
Is there a button for that?
No, there isn't. Not really. Because now I gotta figure out where I put that button. Hold on. All right, found the button. So the winner is Holmesy. Congratulations, Holmesy, and with your wonderful looking doggo there, all looking professional in his seat.
Dogs are the best.
We don't deserve them, that's for sure.
No.
So yep, congratulations there, Holmesy. At least I hope I'm saying your name right there, partner. And great job for winning that contest. And be sure to join the Num Thumbs gaming community so you can see all the pets that get posted on over there, and you can just see who's everybody's family's like. There's a little bit of everything. I think I know I saw some birds. I saw a whole bunch of animals in there.
Birds.
Yeah, birds.
Yeah, man, birds.
What are you gonna do with a bird?
Birds aren't real, I thought.
Yeah, they're part of the bourgeoisie.
Oh, Lord.
But anyway, the 21 and the 72 are going to get things all restarted back up here as that pace car dives back down onto pit road, and we get ready to head on back to Green Flag Racing here from the Magic Mile of New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Side by side they go. Oh, little bit of a checkup there in the back. Some evasive maneuvers happening, but looks like everyone able to make it on through their A-OK. The 21 machine getting off to a great start. The 72 slugging back just a little bit, and you could also see there that the 46 Justin Morrow really using that inside apron line on these restarts here to get that car up to speed and turned around, making sure he can make these corners as quick as possible. So here we go back to this Green Flag Racing. We go as he's side by side with that 9. Going to be going down into turns 1 and 2. The one machine of DW is right there behind him. A little bit of a checkup, little accordion effect going on here, as well as now we're going 3 wide here. Tim Stubblefield almost, oh man, the 33, I think he backed out of it. He saw what was going on and didn't quite like what he was seeing.
Continue to go 3 wide here. The 33, the 8, and the 14. All giving each other plenty of room here, though. Yeah, that restart was pretty bad. The 31 looks like he might have spun his wheels and caused that little checkup behind him, but he's going now.
Yeah, there's all kinds of madness happening right now out here on the track. That's
Larry
what
Dickerson
racing's all
going
about.
low. Larry Dickerson trying to go low again to pass a few cars. I think they're on to him now, though. They're trying to keep that door closed down low to prevent him from coming by. Adam Straub says, hey, Turner, when you come up to visit for some ice fishing, y'all can go hang out at Menards. And to answer your question, is there beer at Menards? He says, well, there is when I go there.
Oh, like there's a beer joint. He just starts grabbing
I
beers.
guess he just makes one, yeah.
Probably brings his own. I think that's how they do it up there. Nobody's going to stop somebody from the Great White North from having a good time.
And Straub's a pretty big dude. I don't think
Yeah,
there'd be many employees to argue with him. He's a big corn-fed looking fella.
He is a big boy. Yeah, I'll hang out with him. We'll go dominate some Menards on a Saturday, and we'll go ice fishing in the evening there. Sounds like a good time.
As oh man, this field is still racing harder than the real Mrs. Poindexter, as the 8 machine almost getting into the back of the 33 there in front of him. Meanwhile, he's side by side with the 14, who's trying to get around the 92 of Timothy Stubblefield. Some great racing action going on here all throughout the field. Oh my goodness, we're going 5 wide here, 4 wide.
Oh, man.
69.
69's going around. Oh, look at the pile up behind him.
Oh, yeah, somebody jumped him.
And that is going
nowhere to go there.
And that will bring out the caution flag here once again. And anytime, it doesn't matter what NASCAR track you go to, anytime you hear the call out of 4 wide, you know something's bound to happen.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's bad.
So we
never good.
jump up to the chopper camera here and kind of see what happens. And oh, a little bit of contact there to help that 69 machine go around. And got a couple people getting ramped up and amped up, jumping into the air. But for the most part, looks like everyone at least survived that wreck, but not a whole lot of death going on.
We'll take us down on pit lane. I think those are some of the guys that got a little damage, but Yahtzee, some excitement tonight.
Yeah, there's some excitement. I don't think we've seen a terrible race at all, Brown. I don't know what you think, but it's been
No, the
fairly
race
good. We've had a few good runs.
The racing's been good here tonight, and as always at the Numtones Racing League, and of course these cars. It's got to be that these cars are what putting on really the show here, because again, this track kind of not known for being the most exciting racing when NASCAR shows up. It's kind of single file, and that's about it. But here tonight, we've seen a lot of couple wide racing. I mean, even there we saw 3 wide, 4 wide going on, almost 5 wide. You know, I mean, things are getting better. But as we were Talking early before the broadcast here, Adam, we were kind of discussing, the Michelin star system, how they got the, 1, 2, 3 stars for restaurants.
Right.
Well, if they had that for tracks, right, like Daytona, that would be a 3-star track because you can pretty much do everything there. Talladega is only a 2-star track. It would be a 3-star if they had lights. New Hampshire wouldn't even have any stars. It would have 1 star if it had lights and could have some night racing.
So you're gonna give it a star if they put lights up.
Yeah.
I think it's at least at a star now. If you put lights up, you'd probably get to 2 stars because night racing wouldn't it? It'd probably be better here, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Grip here maybe, and the sun's not beating down on everybody, and everybody loves a night race, especially in New Hampshire, man. Y'all are fancy up there. This seems like y'all should have all the lights and everything. Or y'all are not like environmentalist type, like where they're gonna ban lights from race.
No. That's Vermont next door.
Oh, that's where Bernie Sanders is from. Okay, so what's the holdup? Remember when Wrigley Field didn't have lights for the longest time?
Or a
It's probably-
jumbotron thing.
It might have been before your time, but Wrigley Field was the last one to not have lights, and of course they caved eventually was it the early 90s, maybe mid 90s, whatever. But yeah, let's put some lights up. Let's start a whole thing. Brown, you're up there.
There's a lot of
grassroots
tracks
deal.
I think that could
GoFundMe.
benefit from some lights. I mean, imagine a night race at Pocono
Or Talladega.
Ooh,
or
Pocono
Talladega.
would be awesome. But Pocono's so huge. Well, they all are, I guess.
Does
Think about it.
does Michigan have lights? I don't think so.
Oh no!
Don't know.
Get Ted Nugent on that one. He'll start that thing up. Him and Kid Rock. He'll have lights up there in no time.
Yeah, that indeed. As we get ready to go back to green flag racing, under 30 laps to go here with the 21 and the 72, getting things all lined up side by side. The 20 and the 9 right there behind him as well, with the 19 and the 1 as the pace car is off. And here we go once again, green flag racing here. Oh, big pile up.
Man.
Oh man, we got door stops on door stops going on.
These restarts have been brutal for these guys, and there they go hitting each other again. Goodness gracious.
Oh man, that was just a big checkup that rocked through the field. Looked like the 8 put the hammer down, and the people behind him were putting the hammer down. And unfortunately, you can only put the hammer down so much, and then things get all flipped and flopped. But
Yeah.
very much like the ARCA cars that they have here in the simulator, which apparently aren't the correct ARCA cars anymore here, English, because I was looking at Brayton Laster over there from the Vigilante Racing League.
Yeah.
He was showing pictures of his car he raced the other weekend. Looks nothing like what we have here in the sim, so I got a feeling that's probably coming down the pipeline here at some point. I think they're basically reusing the old Gen 6s.
Oh,
Yeah, I think they obviously do that for financial reasons. You know, kind of use up the old stuff that wasn't used before, and it's already been tested and proven. Be my guess, Brayton would know. He's the guy out there driving this stuff in one of the leagues we broadcast. It's really cool that
I have to ask.
he drives a real race car, but he comes and spends time over here and gets a simulation in on some of these tracks. So cool. That's a cool thing about iRacing. You meet kind of just the whole gamut of people out here. Real race car drivers to engineers to idiots, everything.
Holmesy on our winner of Pet of the Year is on the YouTube chat with us. He said he lives in Springfield, New Hampshire.
Yeah, that's up near the Lebanon area. That's more northwest of where Loudon is. See, I'm more like south central. He's
Southeast, southwest.
Is that where they make guns up there and ammunition?
there is a Sig Sauer facility, I believe,
Thank
in
you.
Epping
I know
or
it.
Exeter. I forget which one.
Somewhere up there. Thank you. Thank you for providing me
That
with
one,
more
that one,
firearms.
that one is closer to the seacoast, though.
Oh, Derek Welch is piping up on He's not real happy with what's going on with the last couple crashes.
Yeah,
He's the
seeing watch the
dictator of this league.
restarts. Also getting
Yeah.
on to the guys for getting 4 wide out there. And
Yeah, well,
Tracy Cotton, 1197 out there pulling for Tristan in the 7. He's still on the lead lap, Tracy. He's got some work to do, though.
he was involved in a
Going
little
first.
crash. He'll be fine.
Staying on the lead lap is important here.
And that it is. But I mean, let's be honest. I don't think there's really anybody out here that hasn't been involved in a little bit of something here tonight. But again, the bigger track, I think, allowing things to space out just a little bit. You know, you can still race a good close 2 wide, heck, even the 3 wide that we've been seeing here this evening. Guys have been doing okay.
Patrick Mahaney has a black flag. I'm not sure what it's for, but if he doesn't come in and serve it, they're going to stop scoring the 76.
Well,
What if it's for a penalty?
under caution, it doesn't count.
Oh.
So once when it goes green, it'll start counting laps.
Yeah, he just talked about it. Yes, that's true. Did he? You think he hit the 18x incident limit for penalties? I mean,
don't know. I don't know what that penalty's for.
But he is going to serve the penalty. He just talked about it on
Only
the radio.
he knows.
He does?
He knows.
Who's he?
Only he would know. I mean, we don't
Is
have
it
that
he,
information.
him, them, Jim? What's the deal?
The guy, the 76, the driver of the 76.
Oh, I thought we were talking
Patrick
about...
Patrick Mahaney.
he's the only one that would know.
As,
There we go.
as the pace car comes off down onto pit road, and we get ready to go back to green flag racing here with the 21 and the 20 now going side by side. I think these drivers are pushing it to the limit here with their fuel. Wilson last pitting on lap 19, currently in that lead, but a good battle here with that 20 machine, Justin Lawson, who does get the run on the outside lane, breaking free. Does he get that bumper clear? No. The 21 is still there. I think these guys are topping out down that back straightaway. I don't think they can go much quicker than what they have been, as that 21 and the 20 still maintain that 2x2 as they head on down the front straightaway. The 20, though, being scored your leader as his nose crossed that line first. 9 of Tommy Welsh sitting right there behind him. You can see the 19. Oh, making contact there with the 72 of Layton. Both drivers bumping and grinding down the back straightaway, finding eventually some common ground here and leaving a little bit of room for each other.
I think these guys are close to hitting that rev limiter. I rode around cockpit view with a couple of guys, and if they're not hitting it, they're real close to hitting it.
Well, the 38 is riding up the track almost every corner. This is pretty fun. Little squeeze play out there.
Oh, and he gets a little loose. Oh, he good save down there, getting off the power and correcting that steering wheel in time. Albert Anderson now trying to get around him as well. Albert going from no practice laps all the way up into a drift down there through turns 3 and 4 and holding on to 7th. So a great run here for that 329.72 of Layton, though, still side by side now with the 1 machine. A little right side romance down there on the racetrack.
Yeah, I like to see a little slobber knocker of a race like this. Some guys banging some doors out there.
Yeah, there's some sliding, like it's almost like a dirt race at this point. Little slide jobs, the crossovers, all the fun stuff. I think we're getting into the meat of the race right here.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, Stubblefield still running his far outside lane here. I think a few people are making use of that, and the 14 machine of Rob Tracy now trying to pick and choose his way on up and through here. The 08 of Dylan Bryant, who was looking very dominant up at the front earlier on, now kind of mired in some of this traffic here in the mid-pack. Just goes to show how much that clean air really helps out these guys, as the 46 is his next target on the list here. It's the 14 and the 92 now go side by side. The 7 of Tristan Cotton trying to make his way back on up and through. He's trying to hold off the hungry Larry Dickerson in the 69 machine, chase down the 73 of Josh Kelleher, who's been beaten and bruised here tonight. Looks like Dale Adamson and Brian Doty calling it an evening here, throwing it up on the haulers and heading on down I-93 They might actually, it's been warm enough, might head on over to Lake Winnipesaukee and sit at the sandbar and enjoy some good times out there. 33 of Ben Tracy going side by side here with the 46 of Justin Morrow, while the 08 just kind of sits there and has to watch and wait his turn before that traffic will clear. Almost some contact up here at the front as well between the 1 and the 9 machine. Welch's getting together.
Talking about Tristan, there a couple laps ago in that number 7 Superflow machine.
Whoa.
Got another fan out there, Club Penguin, saying, "Go Tristan." Thank you for joining us, Club Penguin. We're coming down to it, boys. Little more than 10 laps to go.
Yeah, 15 laps left on the schedule here, and that's, of course, if there isn't any bonus time, as Tracy in the 33 tries to hold off that 08 of Dylan Bryant. Tommy Welch still trying to hold off the 1 machine while getting around the 20 machine of Lawson. So these drivers still fighting for some important spots. In the meantime, though, while that battle is going on, Tom Wilson trying to extend out that lead. 329 Albert Anderson now trying to get back around the 72 of Leighton here, looking down low. Of course, Anderson, this is I think what he raced in real life back in the day, this kind of style of car. He's trying to rip it on that bottom side and get around the 72.
Yeah, I don't know if he raced like street stock or something out there on the East Coast, but 72 kind of bouncing off the wall a little bit there, scraping up the right side door.
Well, whatever he did, he was a winner. I know that.
Yep, that's true.
He definitely won at one of those tracks, and he'll let you know.
Man, the 9 of Tommy Welch maybe picked up a little extra spice in that race fuel there from Menards as he picks up second place from the 20 machine of Lawson. Meanwhile, in the background there, the 1 and the 19, Klein and Derek Welch going side by side for a quick second before Derek Welch maintains that position.
Seeing the 9 might have some of that high test stuff in there, some of that. I know a lot of guys used to run AV gas, aviation fuel in their cars.
Put some aviation fuel in there.
Yeah.
Get a little extra.
Well, did you know?
Hey, why not?
Did you know jet fuel is closer to diesel?
Yep, it is.
Which is, I
You can
didn't.
burn jet fuel in a diesel truck. That's why all the JP8 planes,
Yeah,
the trucks can run on it also. That haul the fuel.
a little less flammable. I mean, it's not going to combust as
It
crazy.
detonates with pressure, not with an ignition source.
There you go. And now you know. Ooh, 72's turn.
Oh, he's way down in the grass, way down, way off the track surface by the tire barrier, which he now hits.
And,
Trying to get turned around.
and I
Oh,
think
he's
he's
stuck.
stuck. Those tires are notorious for grabbing. Oh, thankfully he was able to get that thing unwedged. But yeah, man, tires are notorious here in the sim to. And there's a caution coming on out.
The caution can't be for that because he was way off the track. Oh, Tristan Cotton got into the 14, I think.
Yahtzee.
Robert Tracy, the driver of the 14 machine.
Let's see here. I'm watching. I got nothing. There. The only thing I can think of is where Leighton was coming back onto the track. I think that's a pit service
Or the road
access
course.
road or something, and might have triggered the caution there for that one.
Oh, the 9 just hooked the 21 under caution. That was interesting.
All right, so let's go back and watch that.
Here comes the 21 coming back through the field here.
Ooh, I think there might have been some miscommunication of where the checkup was, because catching up to the pace car. You can see here, oh, it looks like the number 1 of DW coming in hot. Maybe not quite paying attention, trying to hit some buttons while he race controls here, and just slams into the back of the 21, who goes up into the air and then squiggles to the outside lane where the 9 machine was. I got a feeling we might be hearing a big ol' apology there from the 1 machine.
Yeah, he was apologizing on the radio. Russ Endicott giving us a little fuel knowledge there. EF2 is a designation for diesel. JP8 is jets. I knew that one. JP5 helicopters burning in their turbine engines. Only difference is oil content, like how much it's refined. Our when I worked cruise missiles, we had JP10, which we were the only unit on our base that used that fuel. Crystal clear. It looks like water. Holmesy said his dog's name is Brigadier General Holmes. Loves his dog, as we all do. Russ Endicott also saying that all the fuel stuff aside there, the only thing that matters is that the M1A1 tank will play Killdozer on all of them. Multi-fuel. I think that's a turbine engine as well, if I'm not mistaken. Well, we're going to restart with how many laps to go here? Just a small handful.
Yeah, I think we're going to be going back to green flag racing with about 5 laps to go here with the 21 of Wilson. Now with some damage here alongside with the 9 of Tommy Welsh, 19 and the 20 of Klein and Lawson going to be sitting right there behind him. Maybe going to try to gain some extra positions there. But definitely on coming on down to the wire here, Phyllis.
Albert Anderson fighting up to that 3rd row right now on the outside. See what he can do here. Tom Wilson's just been great tonight in that 21.
So we'll see if he can finish strong here as these guys get up through the turns here and get ready to restart. Maybe for the last time.
Maybe not. As we all get locked and loaded, and we get ready to go back to green flag racing here with the 21 and the 9 going side by side here down the front straightaway. Here we go. Green flag is back on out there. Great restart there for the 21. The 20, though, with a great restart there himself. I think he saw a run coming from that 21. So the 20 of Justin Lawson breaking on down through that bottom side. But the 21 up on the high side getting just a little bit better of a drive off of the corner. The 9 of Tommy Welsh is going to try his best to pinch that 20 on down as far as possible here as he slips and slides down through turns 3 and 4. 4 laps to go as they come back down across the line. Albert Anderson slipping a spot here as the 33 tries to make his way down through on the inside there. The 19 as well. Chris Klein trying to pick up some extra last minute spots here and creep on up into the podium. He's currently sitting there in 5th. You got Anderson and Tracy, though, continuing to trade positions. Oh, and look at that. A little bit of mirror driving happening right in front. Contact being made between the 38 and the 19.
Great side-by-side racing between the 7 and the 13. They keep kind of trying to cross each other over here. Paul Durkee doing everything he can to try to get around Tristan here. He's going to try it again right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just a handful of laps left remaining. Almost coming back down. Trying to put that power down. It's the 7 machine. Oh, and you're running out of room with a little bit of a bobble. Great save there by the 13 of Durkee. It's going to stay side by side, driving it in deep. Because I think that messed up his braking for that corner. And for the time being, oh, right behind them, they're going to have a wreck. 69 of Dickerson goes around. We're going to have some bonus racing action here tonight.
Adamson and the 72. 31 of Milner involved also. That looked like that all started right there with the 69. The one with heavy, heavy damage. That thing looks like a needle nose Pete now.
What is that? But yeah, the
Sides are
69.
bashed, man.
69 did get a little loose there coming out of 4. I wonder if it had tires or whatever had something to do with that. Wow.
Holmesy's
white
also asking if we get a chance, could we show the picture of his dog again for his wife once we get the replay done here?
And that we absolutely can, as we can watch from the wall there what the fans saw coming down the front straightaway, the crazy action going on down there, and it's just going to get absolutely crazier as we get into some of this green-white checker racing here. And of course, for you, Holmesy, here you are, my friend. That is the original Brigadier General Holmes.
A cool name for a dog, man. And very cool.
And it's a fitting name for like it. That name wouldn't fit for like a Chihuahua.
No,
But for what he's got, that fits. He looks like a Brigadier General.
Sure.
I would take orders from that dog.
well, like the
That's
son
not
of Sam.
crazy. No, not the son of Sam. The
Didn't
dog
he
looks
get
cool.
orders to kill people from a dog? might
No,
be
that
thinking
I
something
think he thought the president told him to do it.
Oh, maybe.
Or is that somebody else?
No, you're thinking of Jodie Foster.
The
The one
Hinckley.
guy that, Hinckley thought that Jodie, he shot at Reagan to impress Jodie Foster or something. Holmesy said the Marine Corps mascot, Bulldog. Yeah, I remember that one. Very authority. A dog that looks like he conveys much authority. Say that.
Dogs like a Rottweiler, like a pit bull or something like that, a German Shepherd.
Frenchie.
Well, Frenchie, that dog doesn't convey authority.
Man, I wouldn't mind having like a cane corso.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh man, they're big. They're
They eat as much as a horse. I probably couldn't afford one like a
Yeah.
Great Dane or something.
You see, that's my problem. Like I like big dogs because I'm a taller person, so I don't want
Yeah, that's-
I don't want something I could accidentally step on. You know,
DSMO for life says bring it home, number 9. Pulling for Welch out there saying, let's go, buddy. Get this win.
and it's in a pretty good spot here as we're gonna go green-white checker racing here for the finish of this one here from New Hampshire. 21 and the 9 gonna get things started off side by side with the 20 and the 19 right behind them. 38 of Logston, 33 of Tracy starting all up there. Gonna be battling for some top 5 spots. Albert Anderson still hanging on to that top 10 in 7th. Tristan Cotton in the 7th is going to be restarting here in 8th. Paul Durkee getting things restarted here 9th with the 92 of Timothy Stubblefield running out. This restarting top 10. I think Paul Durkee is another New Hampshire fella.
Is he?
Yeah.
Well, y'all invading everything. Y'all are taking over.
We're not taking over. We're staying here.
Tiny state
It's
with
not-
mighty power.
It's not like we lived in California and then moved to Texas.
That would be terrible. Who would do such a thing? Don't ever come to Texas, you California people. Stay out there. Stay out west. Look for gold or something.
Gold.
Yeah, well, speaking of gold, we're going to have someone walking away with a... yeah, it's not really a gold lobster. It's a natural lobster. They find whatever biggest lobster they can from the catch of the day and bring it to the racetrack so the winner can hold it up. As we get ready to go back to green-white checker finish here, so that means it's time to buckle up, strap on those drinking helmets, and throw inhibition out the window here in this Friday night lights race here at New Hampshire. A big bump there from the 20 to get the 21 machine going. Still going to be side by side with the 9 machine as the green flag flies down into turns 1 and 2. They go bumping and grinding. Oh, I think we're going to get another go at this one.
Yep. 38 went around, bringing out the caution. They're still hitting each other back here.
Oh, yeah.
Big pile up.
Anderson, the 8 gets all bumped around. The 7 gets all bumped around.
Dickerson with a black flag here. Oh, Dustin Logston, Dave Holmberg, both with meatball flags. So is Tristan Cotton. Mandatory damage repair for those vehicles.
Well, even if they had a fast repair, if they had to tow, they're going to be in trouble.
Yeah. Well, we got 2 more attempts here, Mr. Brown, at a green-white checker. I love that they give these guys all the opportunities possible to finish under the green flag. We get 3 attempts total.
Sure.
Sure, yeah.
Well, Mr. English, explain for the people at home what an official attempt would be.
Well, iRacing gives you a maximum of 3 attempts at a green-white checker finish. We've already used one of those. This one is going to be our 2nd attempt. Now, these guys will get the green flag, and then if they take the white flag before an incident occurs that would cause a yellow flag, they'll finish under the green flag, under the checker flag, racing it out. If there's an accident that causes a yellow flag before they take the white, we'll re-rack and try one more time to get this race result in under the green flag. But
Wow.
if they can't get it in, they'll freeze the field on the 3rd attempt.
Wow.
If there is a yellow flag.
See what I did there, Turner? I put the other foot in the shoe.
Explain to the folks.
Yes, you did. I
The other
like
foot
that.
in the shoe.
You sure did. And he did exactly what he should be doing, explaining it to us.
Explain it to the folks. That's
Yeah. Well, we got pretty good crowd here. Not everybody's
hypocrisy.
as vocal as some of our races. We don't have as many people on the chat, but we're still glad to have you. I've been looking for Valiant. I hadn't heard from him in a while. He came back, then he left
Witness
again.
protection, I think, maybe.
I'm worried about that guy, but he's
Is he the
Well,
one
yeah,
that
he-
would make a bunch of comments during the race, and then right at the end of the race, he'd go back and delete all his comments?
yeah, and then he
Yeah,
just
I remember that
disappeared like a UFO.
Yeah.
I think he was a UFO watcher or something.
I don't know.
No, he
Tinfoil
worked at.
hat wearing guy,
I think he worked at some nuke
Livermore
plant.
Labs or something, yeah.
Oh,
Or Sandia or something.
yeah. So he's operating with like highly skilled people and nuclear stuff, and
He's watching
he's
this.
watching us. That's awesome. Maybe we're helping him
All
get his
walks
brain
of life.
right.
You should realize that already. People from all walks of life
I love all people.
come on here and watch this race.
Everybody,
This
yeah.
14
Come on.
gets a lap back here. Robert Tracy will be back on the lead lap, the driver of the 14. Hope he can catch the field before we go green again here.
I think he should be able to. Pace speed's not too quick around here.
Oh, okay, cool. About 55, something like that.
Yeah, right around there.
Well, Brown, you really hate this track that's an hour away from you. Have you hated this race, or what have you thought?
No, this race has been good. We've seen a lot of good side by side racing. Again, I think that's more to do with these cars than this track, but
In this league.
in
as
this
well.
league, that's definitely also the case here. As the pace car peels off down onto pit road here once again, as the 9 machine and the 21 get things all lined back on up, and we go back to a green flag racing here for a couple more laps. A little bit of a cleaner start, at least there on the restart. Oh, and there we go. Never mind.
Dylan Bryant in the 08. I don't know if he got spun or if he spun his tires or if it was another checkup. The restarts here have been brutal, guys. Absolutely brutal.
Oh. All right, let's.
Know what happened?
Oh, I think it was just a checkup that went down through the field. Yeah, it
The old
was
accordion effect.
the old accordion effect, and unfortunately, at some point, the accordion can't keep getting squeezed forever before it makes some contact.
Well, this will be the final attempt here when they re-rack. I don't know if they're going to leave it too wide I mean, they should probably leave it double file restart because that's not the issue. They're not having an issue with side to side room. They're having an issue with
Pedal hitting the
these
metal.
these torquey cars just have so much launch. Some guys are getting a great launch. Some guys are breaking loose. I just, I don't know. I'm one of those guys. As soon as I hear green, green, green from the spotter, I'm slamming it down. And if the guy in front of me doesn't, I have to get out of it, and I usually get plowed. So I don't know what you do here. Tristan Cotton is the lucky dog on this restart. Where will that put him? Is that going to put him? That's going to put him back on the lead lap as well now. So Tristan, that Superflow machine, back on the lead lap for the final restart. And alive, these cautions breeding more cautions, getting out of control here, but almost to the end here, boys. I want to thank DEP Graphics, Davidson Builders, Track Bar Media, Martin Sports, and Sim Gear Central. All great sponsors of this Numb Thumbs Racing League and their late model series here. Running on Friday nights this season. Catch them on Sunday night for the Super Speedway League, and then Monday nights for the Next Gen Cup Car League that they got running.
Yeah. To answer your question here, Mr. English, it puts down approximately 550 horsepower to those rear wheels in a very, very light race car.
So does my 87 El Camino.
Yeah, but it weighs twice as much as one of these, probably.
Thing's a beast. I don't have one. I want one. And it would never have that much horsepower, but I love the El Caminos. They were cool.
New guy had a Ranchero that was pretty hot.
Yeah, you could soup them up, you know.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Very light back end. Kind of like this here. Well, any predictions here as we finish this thing out?
I predict the field's going to get frozen after this restart. That's what I think. I don't think these guys are going to make it around 2 laps without wrecking.
Might be right.
I mean, I could be wrong, but check out Stubbs, man.
I
Stubbs
know.
has been working his way through the dead-gum
And his
field here.
fans aren't even here
Aren't even
talking.
here. Yeah.
Yeah, the Titans aren't even here. The Oilers fans have left the building, apparently.
The Tennesseans. I don't know.
Thieves is what they
I know
are.
some of my crazy friends are in Nashville right now. They're probably got the town locked down. Crazy Louisiana people in Nashville.
Oh
right
no, that's not allowed. They have to show their passport to get in. I imagine Louisiana passport.
Yeah, maybe. You at least have to
Crazy
bring some
fools.
beer or have some LSU memorabilia on you. Michael Gosselin out there saying, "Let's freaking go, Tommy Welch, bring it home."
As we do, as this is the last attempt here of this green-white checker finish here for this Numb Thumbs Racing League race here at New Hampshire. Green flag is out, and away we go. Oh, and a missed gear there by the 9 machine. He's going to lose position after position. Look at this. The 92 is Stubblefield. He's not wasting any time. He launches himself up several positions there on that bottom side, making the pass after the line, so it was all legal, trying to creep his way on up into this top 3. Oh no, we got some people having some incidents, but it goes down to the grass, so we're still green flag right now with the 20 of Lawson out in front, the 19 and the 33 going side by side down through turns 3 and 4. 20 coming back down across the line. White flag is out, so here we go, racing this one all the way till the end. Down through turns 1 and 2 goes the 20, still holding that lead. The 19 slips free of the 33, so now it's the 9 and the 33 trying to get things all back together here after that poor restart by the 9 machine, trying to sneak underneath the 33. He does. Any final dives here for the 19, trying to put the power down, coming out of turn number 4. No, it's not gonna be in time. It's gonna be the 20 of Justin Lawson picking up the race win. 19 of Klein in second, in the 9 of Tommy Welch battling to get back all those positions he lost, picks up third.
Yeah, great job. Great recovery there at the end by the 9 after a bad restart. Lost a bunch of spots, but gained a bunch of them back. It's not a win, but he made his way back up onto the podium.
Yeah, that was a fun little battle there at the end.
Yeah, that was great.
33, 19, 9. Lawson kind of run away with it there at the end. But look at Stubblefield up in 5th. What a great run by him. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, no.
I just heard something, Brown.
We just heard a disqualification. The 20 has been disqualified for jumping the start.
Oh,
So it looks like your top 3. Chris, they're going to give the win to Chris Klein. Thomas Welch, 2nd. 33, Ben Tracy's going to be 3rd.
That was
Oh,
quick,
wow.
like judge, jury, and executioner right there. Wow.
Holy smokes.
Brown, you got a replay on that restart? I know it takes you a minute to get wound up.
I
but-
can't. Give me 1 second here.
Holmesy saying Newport, New Hampshire makes Ruger.
Oh, I got one of those. I got a
Firearms.
Ruger.
Yep, I still got
Something.
one.
All right, let's go ahead watch a restart here. I don't. What are the restart rules here? Is it go on green only?
I'm
I think
guessing
so.
it'd have to be if they,
I believe it
because
is.
he was in control of the race, right? So,
No, he was not. It was the 9.
wasn't.
The 9 was the
Oh.
one who was in control. Here, let me head on up to the starter camera.
I thought the 9 just had a bad restart.
All right, green flag officially got flown right there. Let's go ahead and jump back up to the chopper. Oh, and his nose was out in front of the 9 as that green flag came down.
Well, this is going to be one that the guys are definitely going to be going back and checking out.
Yeah, and would that be in the NASCAR world a disqual, or would that be, how would that work?
Well,
He scored the
I
lap.
think they just he lost a lap. He didn't
Okay.
DQ him. I'm
Okay.
sorry, I misspoke there.
Okay.
He did get black flagged, which automatically put him a lap down because you can't serve a black flag at that once the race is over. So he just won't be scored for that last lap.
Man, that indeed. Well, we can talk about some people that did get some scoring done here tonight. We can get things started off with tonight's second place finisher. That's going to be Mr. Tommy Welsh, another New Hampshire native. It's a New Hampshire filled night
Hampshire
here
night.
tonight at New Hampshire. Congratulations there, Tommy. I know either way you were going to end up on the podium at the finish line there. Unfortunately, and fortunately for you, moving up due to some late black flags and whatnot, making up for what was a very interesting last restart there. You definitely had your work handed to you here on that final few laps.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it kind of stunk because I was, if that race had finished green, definitely would have won because I was catching the 21 at the time. And then the second restart, I was fine. That last restart, I was riding on rims out there. I had no tires, and that's kind of what caused that my bad start. But I recovered and got back up there. But hey, we'll take the second place.
So, Tommy, it says you're on our screen here. It says are you from Maine or are you from New Hampshire?
Yeah, I mean, I live in Maine now, but I'm originally from New Hampshire. So, I mean, I've been going. I've been going to Loudon almost every single year since I was about 10 years old. So, I know the track like the back of my hand.
You had the fan club out there tonight too. You had a lot of support out there pulling for you. We thought you were going to have this win sewed up there until that last restart. How did you see that last restart? What do you think happened there?
Yeah, it was actually kind of funny. Like I said in my head, because I know that the 20 there got DQ'd, and I actually said in my head, I said, I think he jumped this year because he kind of like laid back a little bit, and it was almost like he was trying to time it perfectly. So when that green flag waved, he could just go, right? And I saw your guys' replay on the thing there, and I saw his nose just in front of me, and that's what it felt like live too. And then he came over the radio and said it, and so yeah, I was just gonna bring it home second. I was trying to catch Chris, but Chris just had. I mean, this track you can't really pass unless you have the right angle.
Wow. Well, it was a fun race to watch for us. I enjoyed it. I know it sounds like you did as well. Who'd you like to give some shout outs to?
Yeah, first, to all those people in the chat. I mean, yeah, those buddies of mine, they came out strong tonight, so thank you to them, and also to the NTR crew. I mean, we were running in practice since 7 o'clock, and we were bouncing ideas off each other, and they all gave some great inputs and everything like that. So without those guys, I definitely wouldn't have been up here on the podium.
Awesome. Well, great job there, Mr. Tommy Welsh of the 9 Machine, picking up second place and your hard charger of the evening, up 17 on the day, man. Congratulations. Go celebrate out this weekend for the great podium finish, and we look forward to seeing you guys back out here in action again on the next one.
Yeah, thank you guys. I'll miss you guys next weekend as I'll be on vacation, but hey, you guys do a great job and keep it up. Thanks.
Thanks, man.
And in that case, we now drop down one spot to talk to our third place finisher here tonight, and that's going to be Mr. Ben Tracy driving that 33 Machine home, up 14 spots to finish on that podium here tonight in third. Man, Ben, congratulations. A great podium finish here tonight. I think you're one of the kind of few drivers that probably had the least amount of incident points here this evening.
Yeah, how's it going, guys? I was actually just looking at the standings, and I was tied for the least amount with Timothy. I was curious on how that went tonight.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a rough and tumble night out there indeed, but what was it, just these cars having that much horsepower that putting power down in the middle of these turns was just a kind of dangerous thing to do?
I really didn't have that big of an issue with it. I'm not sure really what the issues were. I think some guys were just driving harder than their skill level was. Not name dropping anybody, but there was a few people who were involved in a lot more incidents than anybody else out here tonight.
Yeah, we kind of saw a little bit of that from the booth as well. Next week, I don't know how different it's really going to be. We got a night race at the D-shaped track at Richmond. That's another track where the corners are a little bit different. It's not like here in that the corners are kind of have the same profile. Richmond's one of those tracks where turn 4, it's easier to get the car straight and aim that thing towards where the start finish line is. But turn 2 is really a bear, and it tightens up real quick on you. You guys looking forward to Michigan to Richmond, or is that one of those tracks like me that you kind of dread it?
I think Richmond has a lot of potential. It could be a ton of fun. I'm really not sure what to expect out of it. I know that DW hadn't made up his mind quite yet on whether we're going to run that in a 25 car field or if we're going to split up into heats for it. So I think that'll have a big input on whether that goes fun or not. And I mean, not to say we can't run that in a 25 car field and have a ton of fun, but we'll see what the weekend holds.
Well, you can celebrate tonight. Really, really good race by you. Who would you like to give some shout outs to?
I appreciate it. Just a quick shout out to Sunoco, and then DW putting on this league. You guys for broadcasting it, and then my dad, Rob. He's the one who got me into this. I've only been iRacing for a little over a month now, and so I appreciate it. Wouldn't be doing this without him. So.
And that's awesome, man. But congratulations on the third place finish here tonight, man. You definitely worked hard for it. Go ahead and go out there and celebrate, and we'll catch you guys out here on the next one.
Thanks. I appreciate it, guys. Have a good one.
And with that, we head on up to tonight's race winner, and it's going to be the 19 of Mr. Chris Klein picking up the race win here tonight from New Hampshire. Man, Chris, congratulations. You definitely had to work hard for that one. It was a long road all the way from where you pitted back on lap 33, and it took a good minute before you got back up here to the front.
Yeah, man. What's up, guys? I'm terrible at pitch strategy in these cars. I love this car. I am having so much fun in this league. First and foremost, shout out to Justin. Tough luck on the last restart there for him to get the black flag for a jump start. There was just a multitude of circumstances that got him the black flag there, and I feel really bad for him because he ran a great race. Also, saved his stuff just enough for that last shootout there. Thomas missed a shift on that last restart and let Justin get out there, and I was able to get to him but couldn't get past him, and feel bad for him.
Well, I'm with you. I love this late model car. It's almost like it's similar to the ARCA car in a lot of ways, but I think it's better. It's more grassroots. This is what you grew up watching on Saturday nights, and I think it's a lot more fun to watch. How is it going to do at Richmond, man? That track's a lot shorter than this one, and you've got a couple of exit turns that are really very different. It's definitely a track that I don't like to run, but I like to watch people race it.
I have no idea. I have not ran it on Richmond yet, but I'm excited to get there and see what we can do with it. I don't like this track and the big cars and Xfinity, the truck, the Cup car. It's just, you have to be so patient with the big cars and just wait and wait and wait and wait before you can put the throttle down and come out of the corners. And these cars are the exact opposite. You get in the corner and you can plan it and just let it eat coming out of the corner. And the thing is, it has so much rear grip that it will not spin the back tires almost any time. And it just plows through your front tire and eats your front tire up. So you have to have some self-control to not use up the front tire by virtue of the gas pedal, which is an unbelievably weird concept. But I've started to understand that that's how this car works, and it's playing very well for me so far.
Yeah, that's a good explanation of how these
Great,
cars
yeah.
work. Great. I'm having fun watching these cars. I think they look like race cars. They, race them
Sound
like
like
race cars. They're not that stupid next gen thing they're putting out there. I really enjoy watching y'all out here. It takes some talent to get up front, and that's what you did tonight. Who would you like to give some thank yous to?
The whole crew over at NTRL, as always, the Derek and Mark and Joe and Tom, everybody that puts all this stuff on. This was a last minute thing that we were not planning on doing. We were supposed to have an Xfinity League. It wasn't getting any traction. And then we had kind of talked about doing some short track stuff. And it's every time we've run short tracks, it's been kind of like this where you get a lot of cautions and it's frustrating, especially for putting money into it. And Derek's like, let's do a free league and let's do short tracks. Let's do the late models. And I think it took 2 weeks to get 25, 30 people signed up. And we just cut it off and said, hey, we're going to do 25 guys. If there's more than 25, you got to qualify to make it that night, whatever. And it's been an absolute blast. And that's exactly what it is. It's a bunch of guys hanging out on Friday night and racing and laughing and having a good time and trying to enjoy themselves.
Yeah, that indeed, man. Well, congratulations out there, Chris, picking up tonight's race win. Go celebrate it here this weekend, and we'll be sure to be catching you on the next race here, buddy.
All right, we'll see you guys Sunday.
And with that,
He was pumped.
yeah, he was. Well, I would be too, picking up a race win here.
Yeah.
Indeed, as we get ready to kind of cool things off up here in the Northeast, and man, it was a good solid race.
That was solid. It was solid from start to finish. We did have quite a few cautions, and most of them were restart related. I think we did have a couple of guys that had some contact. In the middle of some of these, runs that we thought would stay green for a while. But yeah, man, these restarts, I don't know what you do to fix that. It's just one of those things, that you're going to get with this car. I mean, basically, that's the gist of it there.
Yeah, great racing overall. Little door banging. Real racing, that's what I like to see.
Yeah.
So, I enjoyed it.
Man, that indeed. So let's go ahead and do our final finishing rundown here as we close things off with Chris Klein picking up the race win. 9 of Tommy Welsh with a great result here as well, finishing there in second. 33 of Mr. Ben Tracy picking up a solid third place finish as well.
I raced him for a month. Only a month.
A month. Yeah, that's just goes to show how quick some of these guys pick it on up. 92, Timothy Stubblefield having a great finish here tonight as well, finishing up there in fourth. You got the 21 of Mr. Tom Wilson. A little heartbreak there at the end. He was looking strong here tonight as well, finishing there in fifth. The 13, Paul Durkee with a solid finish there in sixth. And no practice, Albert Anderson, 329, finishing up there in the top 10 in seventh. Great run there, Albert. Rob Tracy in the 14 machine picks up the 8th place finish here tonight. Justin Morrow in the 46 has a solid run as well, finishing there in 9th. And how about this for Patrick Mahaney? He was quite a few laps down at one point, but not anymore. He picks up quite a few positions there at the end to round out your top 10.
Yeah, he had to come in and serve a black flag too, I believe, under green. So for him to finish top 10 on the lead lap was, what a race for Patrick. Who else we got here? Matt Layton in the 72 will finish in 11th place. 12th, the 08 of Dylan Bryant had the fastest lap of the race there. After starting outside row number 1, he'll finish the last car on the lead lap. Scott Milner in the 31, your first car one lap down, finishes in 13th place. 14th will be Dustin Logston in the 38. The 8 of Brandon Coleman finishes in 15th place. 16th, Tristan Cotton in the 7 with his fan club out there. Worked his way up 5 spots. He'll finish right there in 16th, one lap down. 73, Josh Kelleher. That car of his got beat up pretty bad out there tonight. He'll drop 10 spots from where he started tonight. He'll finish 17th. Justin Lawson finishes right where he started due to that black flag on the restart there on the last green-white checker. That's 18th spot. Dave Holmberg in the 63 machine finishes 10 laps down in 19th. And 20th, Derek Welch in the 1 after starting in 9th place. Mike Adamson in the 89 finishes in 21st. 22nd will be Larry Dickerson in the 69. Dale Adamson, did he grid?
He did.
Yeah, he did. Okay, so he finished 43 laps down. Now I see it. In 23rd. Brian Doty wrecked out here early on in the race. I think he completed about 20 laps. But the 17 car will finish 24th.
And that is your field here tonight. As always, we thank you for tuning in and watching and having a great time with us. Be sure, if you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell as we are live. And when I say live, we are live 5 nights a week, so you don't want to miss any of this great racing action that we have to bring in. It just helps you get alerted and notified whenever we do go live. And of course, if you do like it, be sure to hit that thumbs up button and just help supports us by putting us out there a little bit more and more on people's featured pages and whatnot. And we can continue to grow this great community that we got going on here. As well as we have to say a big thank you to some fantastic people. Oh my goodness, did I not? Oh no, it's right there. I thought I didn't have the right button set up here, but I do. We have to say a big thank you to Track Bar Media out there as well. Thank you guys for jumping on board here once again this season. Same thing with Martin Sports jumping on board here this season. Be sure to go check them on out and get yourself some great apparel and racing gear. Head on over to Davidson Builders as well. If you're in that northern New Jersey area trying to maybe remodel or change some things around, give them a line because they have been absolutely fantastic and a premier sponsor over here at the Num Thumbs Racing League. Big thank you to DEP Graphics as well. Glad to have them on aboard once again and have some fantastic paint schemes night in and night out. So be sure to go get one done by DEP Graphics, and of course Sim Gear Central as well. Be sure to go and get your next button box from simgearcentral.com. And I believe, can't quote me on this, I think either if you mention AAA Broadcasting or NTRL, I think they're still doing a $10 off thing. So definitely, just in case, do that. But don't be disappointed if that has now been expired, because I constantly keep coupons that are expired. That's my fault.
That's a sickness.
It really is. But on that note, that's all the things that we do have. Looking on ahead, Sunday. We got ourselves some super speedway action back in store for you after that little bit of a break we had, as we take a look at the upcoming race. It's gonna be 90 laps at Auto Club. Ooh boy,
I love Auto Club.
That one's gonna be absolutely fantastic in those older, I can't say old, but older Gen 6 cars. That's gonna be an absolute blast. And then Monday night, we got ourselves back into the action here with the Num Thumbs Racing League Cup Series, which is going to Nashville Super Speedway. Oh, that's another interesting one on the lineup there. That's going to be a pretty fun night as well. So definitely be on the lookout for those races coming up, popping up on your feed. But until then, I'm Alan Brown for Alan English and Adam Turner. We're signing off.
We gone.
See ya.